Hey everybody, in today's video I'm going to show you how you can create two charts in one showing both revenue and growth on the same chart without them overlapping one another. So I've got this data in Google Sheets here, one column for revenue, one for the period over period growth. And what I'm going to do is insert chart. So by default we've got a line chart set up here. And now since we're dealing with percentages for the growth and whole numbers for the revenue, I'm going to need to use a secondary axis here to show this properly. So if I select the growth series, I'm going to select the right axis. So now we see a bit of movement. But the thing is, I don't want it to show up like this where it's overlapping with my revenue, because obviously right now it's cutting across, and so it's still doing it's still giving me the intended values it's showing them, but I want to adjust this so that they don't overlap with one another. And the easiest way to do that is just to adjust the scale. So if I were to set this maximum value to say 0.25 for this axis, you can see now it comfortably falls in right under that. And so now I've got, like I said, essentially two charts in here. We've got one for the revenue up top, one for the growth rate below. And so what we could do is also clear this out so you don't really see this, so you don't have to worry about these. And then instead add some data labels to make this a bit cleaner, and maybe to change up the growth rate, show it as dashes instead. And so as you can see, you've got two distinct charts showing in just one convenient visual for you. Another thing you may want to do, especially when dealing with growth rates and to narrow in on these points, is to make this circle fairly big and distinctive. Again, just another way to sort of differentiate between your growth rate and your actual dollar value of revenue. Now obviously this chart works best if you're not starting from zero, because obviously that's gonna wreck your chart, because it's going to go from 0 all the way up to here, which again will create an overlap. But if you've got values that you don't start from 0, and that you can adjust the scales where you can merge both of them into one without them overlapping, then this is obviously something you could do in Google Sheets really easily. And the same sort of method works with Excel. But I do find that with Google Sheets, it's a bit easier to work with the scales and for it to automatically detect how it should look. And the benefit is, you come away with a chart that shows you two different line charts, no overlap, and gives you a whole lot of information just all in one visual.